Welcome to 5 Minutes to Meaning with Cassie Primo Steele. I'm a writing and creativity coach and the author of 11 books. I work with clients one-on-one to help them achieve their writing dreams while also living lives of balance and beauty. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you in 5 steps how to write your book. 5 steps, 5 minutes. Step 1, decide when you can do it. This seems fairly obvious, but often we don't. Often we say we have a dream of writing a book, but we don't actually schedule it in. You can do this anytime, anywhere. The important thing is to think about what your biggest priority in your life is and then write around that. When my daughter was a baby, I had a babysitter come to the house for 2 hours every Friday, and I wrote during that time. The nice thing about this is that you can be thinking about your book and brainstorming and doing research and journaling about it in between each of your writing sessions, which will make your writing sessions go more smoothly. 2, limit your time. During those 2 hours once a week, I was able to get an entire essay finished. This is because sometimes when we give ourselves too much time to write, our minds never get really focused, we never get into the flow, and we can spend a lot of time spinning our wheels and feeling frustrated. So choose the time to write, schedule it, and make that time limited. 1 to 2 hours is best. Virginia Woolf only wrote 2 hours a day, and that may have been too much for her. 3, you don't have to know what to write. There's a myth that there are published writers who write very easily, and then there are others who struggle with their writing. This is a myth. Every writer who sits down to write faces a blank page. Each poem, each new chapter, each essay, these all begin with a blank page, no matter how many books you've written or how many books you've published. So don't let the terror of that blank page allow you to start writing. The important thing is to begin with whatever snippet, whatever idea you have, and fill up that first page so that by the second page, you are in that flow. The flow that has come from making a commitment to yourself and sticking to that commitment, giving yourself a limited amount of time and getting into the zone during that limited amount of time, and then going where the writing takes you. Step 4, don't give up. About a little bit more than halfway through a book project, you will start to feel that your writing is the worst thing the world has ever seen. This is very normal. This happened to me with my dissertation. It happened to me with memoirs, with novels, with books of poetry. You want to stop at that point. Think of this point as the transition during birth, when things get very painful and the birth is about to happen, but there's a lot of resistance to it. Keep going. Don't give in, and know that this part of the process is natural. And step 5, leave it alone. When you feel like you're finished with a first draft, let it go. You have to let life teach you what it needs to teach you. You have to let the dough of the manuscript rise before you go back and bake it in the revision process. Many people start tinkering and editing too early in the process, and this can ruin a lot of things. You have been changed by the process of writing this book. Now let those changes integrate themselves into your life on an everyday basis. And then 2 months, 6 months, a year, go back. You'll see the manuscript with new eyes. You will be a wiser person, and you'll be able to edit and revise in wise ways. 5 steps. Schedule the time. Limit your time. Get to the bottom of the first page in every writing session. Don't give up. And let it go when you're done. This has been 5 Minutes to Meaning with Cassie Primo Steele. Contact me at cassieprimosteele.com to sign up for my co-creating newsletter, listen to episodes of my co-creating show, read more about my books, and contact me if you're interested in coaching.